What is going on, my Talonites? It's your boy Talon Master J here, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to bring you guys our draft analysis for the Banlist Battlers League, the BBL. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your Talonflames got selected for Season 9 of the BBL. It is a huge honor, first and foremost, so I gotta say that straight up to the commissioners, to the admins. Huge honor, grateful as hell. We're gonna have fun in this league, ladies and gentlemen. At first glance, I'm gonna say it straight up, y'all. I do not know much about battling with Uber Pokemon. I'll be fully honest with you guys, because Uber Pokemon, as we all know in the past, if you've watched OG Albina, if you've watched the Commissioner Matt O'Shea, if you've watched, I think Moxie did it, or if you watch VGC, I know they do the restricted format. That's usually what Uber Pokemon are, a restricted format and all that. But for me, I don't really follow that format. If I ever use a legendary Pokemon, maybe it's in a playthrough. But aside from that, you guys are not caring about my background there. You care about what I got for the team. So, let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys the team. I'll say it first off, guys. The closest we ever got to pick number one in a draft. You guys have seen it in the past before. We had the second overall pick in the draft. And if I remember correctly, I think that was IBA that we had the second pick in the draft. I could be wrong on that, and quote me if I'm wrong, and let me know in the comments below if I was wrong or not. And while you're out there, share this video, leave a like, and subscribe if you want. I'm trying to get up to about 150, get close to 200 subs, ladies and gentlemen. We are right there. You know somebody who wants to become a Talonite? Tell them to do that. And while you're at it, join the Discord server. The Discord server is live, ladies and gentlemen. I have a link in the description below. Use that link and become a Talonite today. Now, let's get into the main subject of this video instead of me rambling on like an idiot for 2 minutes. We had the second pick in the past for a draft. And this draft, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we got the number one overall selection. In most instances, because I'm a sports junkie, that means my team sucks. But it's not going to suck anymore, because our first pick, ladies and gentlemen, we got Yveltal of all Pokemon. We got what everybody said to me was the best Uber Pokemon in the game. Now, I don't necessarily know how it is in this format. I know they said Dark Aura boosted knockoffs does at least like 50% to most Pokemon. I mean, it gets healing with Oblivion Wing. It's got Roost. It's got U-Turn. It's got Foul Play. This thing, and it's got wonderful defense too. So, I honestly do not know what I'm going to do with Yveltal. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, also, as of this recording, when it goes live, I have not made nicknames for them, but I feel like I have one for Yveltal. You guys will find out in our first battle. But yeah, I mean, we got Yveltal. And because we're the first pick, it goes in the snake draft, and we have to weed it out until our next pick when we do the wheel. So remember, if you're the first pick or the 16th pick, you're always a wheel. So we decided to hold off on our wheel, and our first pick on the wheel, which would be the 32nd overall pick, we took Necrozma. Now, right now, off rip, I've got some good offense, and I've got some really good defense too. Because Necrozma, this thing with a Calm Mind or an Iron Defense, it can hit like a truck, ladies and gentlemen. It gets Autotomized, it gets Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Meteor Beam, Stored Power, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Metal Claw, Iron Head. It gets all kinds of crazy new and powerful moves. So to have Necrozma was really good. And if you also saw with other leagues, Necrozma can be really good. Now, because I had Yveltal, I should have also mentioned this. In this format, because I took Yveltal, I could not get another Uber Pokemon. Because the rule was 41 points was the cutoff. So, Necrozma was our next one. However, our next pick, as you guys know, I am a steel type master. I have said this before. I will maintain it till the day I die because I love steel. We got the boy Aegis Slash is coming home to the ATL, y'all. I cannot wait to use this boy. He is strong, he is bulky, he can get fast, he can hit like a tank, he can protect with King's Shield, Toxic, Weakness Policies, Sacred Swords, Close Combats, Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, you name it, it's coming. But I am so fired up to use Aegis Slash in Gen 8 once again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, most of my Pokemon do not have nicknames yet, but I've got some ones in mind. But for Aegis Slash, oh boy, I can't wait to use this bad boy, because he's gonna do some work. But after that, ladies and gentlemen, we had to wait around until the end of round 4, because, as again, we are the wheel. And we're waiting. But as we get closer to it, we're holding off on, and, you know, picks are coming off the board. Picks are, you know, we have the draft board set up, but these other teams, they have them graded higher, so they pick them. Which brings us to round 4, the end and the wheel, and we took Nidoqueen. Now, originally I was looking at the King. I will not deny I was looking at the King. But for Nidoqueen, having a way to set up Toxic Spikes, having a Grounded Poison to get rid of Toxic Spikes, having another Rocker, having Sheer Force with the Life Orb, and if you can believe it, I've done it in the past and people looked at me like I was a lunatic. I've ran physical Sheer Force Nidoqueen, and it hits hard, y'all. It hits hard. So I'm looking forward to using Nidoqueen once again. And right after Nidoqueen, we decided, you know, we got good flying type, we got some bulk, we got some good firepower. Let's get some more firepower here. And we went with Latias. Now, also, I will not deny it. I was looking at the male counterpart. I was looking at Latios, but Latios went about 5 picks before we could get and snag him. So we'll take Latios' little sister, and we'll use her to great effect and prove why Latias is better than Latios. And also, Latias is red. Straight up. Coming to the A, girl. Let's get you fired up. We're gonna get you fired up. Woo! I am just going off right now. I'm fired up over this team. And then, you know, once again, waiting around, looking at the board, and we get to it, and we're thinking to ourselves, okay, you know, we got some good mons coming off the board, but this one just so happened to be remaining. Mammal Swine. We got a good, hard-hitting physical attacker with priority Ice Shard. It can run Icicle Crash. It's got Earthquake, Heavy Slam. I think it gets knockoff, but I could be wrong there. It's been a while since I've used a Mammal Swine before. But this thing has good physical bulk. It's got Oblivious. It's got Thick Fat, so it can take some fire moves. Slap an AV on it maybe a couple times. It could take a fire type attack and then knock out the fire type in return with how powerful its physical attack stat is. And also, let's just be real. Mammal Swine's got a great design. Of all of the Gen 4 extra evolutions that were made, I'd probably put Mammal Swine as like my favorite one. It's at least top 3, I'll say it straight up. But right after Mammal Swine, you know, we're getting close to, you know, we have to start, you know, looking at the lower tiers and whatnot. And I was told I needed a fairy ASAP. So, let's get Slurpuff. And Slurpuff is going to be, I mean, it works in some situations. Again, I've never used the giant blob of whipped cream before. I have literally never used this thing before in my life. The only time I used it was to catch it. And that was it. I don't use it. If I get it on the ladder on Showdown and Random Battles, hey, I get it on the ladder and Showdown and Random Battles. I don't really use it, so I have to find out what the best option is to go for. But aside from that, you know, we're just looking at the fairy types. It really wasn't... I mean, I could have went lower guy on Aromatisse, but Aromatisse, it doesn't really have as much bulk on both defenses with the HP complement, and also with Slurpuff, it's got Unburden. So getting the Unburden boost is definitely helpful in the right situation if I play my cards right. Listen to me, I sound like freaking Grimsley right now. But right after Slurpuff, you know, once again, we're waiting until the end of round 8. Just keep on going, points come off the board. And we decide to take a fire type, and we go with Magmortar, ladies and gentlemen. We are taking Magmortar. Now, I was advised about Magmortar. It was one of the better fire types still left on the board that was at a reasonable price. And for those who were trying to tell me to pick Togetic or stuff like that, well, I didn't pick Togetic. But I did take something that was based off of a bird. And that's something that most people don't realize. Magmortar is based off of a booby. Like, if you look at its Japanese name, it is Boo Burn. It is literally that. And even Magmar is named Boo Burn. It goes from Boo Burr to Boo Burn. So, Magmortar's here. Good good special attacker. Decent speed. Okay on the defensive side of things. It probably won't be taking much hits. But it gets access to Psychic, it gets access to Flame Charge, it gets access to Fire Blast. It might get Inferno, I'm not 100% sure on that one. But after Magmortar, we decide to get our Electric type. We take a Alolan Raichu, get us a fast Electric type Pokemon. If I really wanted to, you know, play my cards a little fun, I could throw out like an Electric Terrain Raichu or something like that. Get Surge Surfer activated for 5 turns, and if they don't have a ground type, Rising Voltage will do a lot from this Raichu, which will be fun. And especially the fact that I've never really battled with Alolan Raichu. Most of these Pokemon, I've never battled with before. I just caught them. But I've used Alolan Raichu once in the past. I used it in a friendly VGC tournament, like with friends on the 3DS, and I ran a really, really deadly set, but it's been so long I've forgotten what the sets were on. But we're getting close to the end of our draft here, ladies and gentlemen. You see we've gone up to round 9, so we had only 2 spots left, 3 if we wanted to max it out, but I was like, I'm really not trying to max it out all that much. So we go for 2%. Now, it could be 2% one week, it could be chocolate the next week, it could be reduced fat this week, it could be skim this week, it could be whole this week, it could be 1% this week. Who knows what Miltank is going to do? All I know is that we all agree. If you are about my age, which, I mean, most of you guys have known, I'm 25, I'm going to be 26 this year. We all know the nightmare that this cow can bring us. Hell, I'll put this out there. Question of the day at the end of this video if you've made it this far. What's more of a nightmare? Battling Whitney's Miltank or battling Cynthia? Let me know in the comments below on that one. But Miltank, do it all normal type. Figured it was good. And then for our final pick, ladies and gentlemen, taking a bulky water type in Lapras. Gets access to Thunderbolt, Iron Head, Dragon Dance, Liquidation, Ice Shard, Freeze Dry. Definitely needed Freeze Dry, let's be real. If you don't have a good ground or water attack that also can hit ground types, especially without any grass moves, you definitely need a Freeze Dry Pokemon. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just be real there. But honestly, guys, this is the team that we selected. I think it looks really strong, and I hope that you guys are going to follow the Talonflames BBL journey this entire time. Thank you guys so much to all of my subscribers right now. If you want to become a Talonite today, let me know by clicking that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and join the Discord server to become a Talonite today. And I will see you guys with our week 1 battle, Flame. Let's take to the sky.